Morning, everyone. Welcome to Ocean City, Maryland. Seagulls say good morning. As you can see, I'm getting the bike set up. We're going to go on a little excursion this morning down to Assateague Island. It's about 7 miles down the Decatur Highway from here to the entrance of the park. And then we're going to go across the bay on the bike bridge. And then after that, we'll cruise around Assateague Island. We'll look for some wild ponies. We'll have some fun. Thanks for coming along, and I'll see you once we get on the trail. I'll make Stacy happy. There's your Chinese restaurant. All right. So what we're gonna do? Oh my God, my leg's killing me. Is just check the tires before we get out on this highway. Over on the left is the Ocean City Municipal Airport. For those of you lucky enough to fly into Ocean City, as opposed to sitting in traffic in Philadelphia. All right. And back on what is marked as a bicycle route lane. Pretty nice day. We're riding into the wind right now. A little chilly, but like I was saying, better than 30 degrees and snowing. I was packing up the car yesterday saying, what the heck? I know we've had April snowstorms before up in the Poconos, but enough's enough. Oh, look at this. Maybe you can see this plane going by. See if we can get him to leave. That's so cool. So one of the things that I wanted to make sure I bought when I accessorized the bike was to get some good lights. So I actually have a set of Bontrager lights on here, and I'll put the link of the exact model. I think they're the Ion Pro or Ion Flash, I don't know. There's a couple different model numbers, but basically just for better visibility. Obviously in the daytime they're act more as a daytime running light. And with the vehicle traffic, especially on roads like this, you know, and people love to text and drive, they're not paying attention. But these lights act as a daytime running light. And according to the marketing materials, it says that they're visible from up to, I think it's 1.5 miles, maybe 2 miles away. Basically, it's just letting people know that, hey, I'm on a bike, please don't run me over. Coming up on South Point Road, and to the left is Assateague. Got a couple of hawks flying overhead. Maybe turkey buzzards, can't really see. Sun glares in my eye a little bit. The Farm Brewery. All right. We just crossed over South Point Road. Still on the bike route. Headed towards the Assateague Island Visitor Center. It's going to be our first pit stop this morning. We got a map or two. Take a little break, grab some water. Maybe it's time to have a cup of coffee. So from the hotel to the visitor center, by my estimation, was about 8.5 miles. And then after the visitor center, we're going to go over the bridge. And then we'll be on the island. We'll do the loop over there. Oh, I can see the bridge up ahead. All right. Cool. So one bridge, I don't know if you can see it up in the distance there. The bridge to the left is the actual highway that leads over the bay to the island. And on the right-hand side, I don't know if it was an old railroad or an old, just a passenger car bridge, and they left it there when they built the new bridge, turned it into a bike path, which is really cool. It's going to be a test for me because probably a lot of people don't know this about me, but they have two big fears. One of them is spiders, and the other one is the fear of heights. I remember way back to when I was in the 8th grade and we went on our class trip, back when that was still a thing, and we went to Washington, D.C. And when we got to the top of the Washington Monument, I had the biggest panic attack in the world. And it's weird, years later when I was working in Manhattan, we had a couple of dinners that we had to go to at Windows on the World in the old World Trade Center building. And we made it to one of those dinner parties. I just couldn't deal with the fact of being 100 stories up. And anyway, so I'm going to be testing myself out by going over this bridge. And I really want to do this because on the Gap Trail, which is the Great Allegheny Passage, one of the rides I'm going to do, there is a bridge that goes across one of the highways, maybe the turnpike. I can't remember right now, but it's an old viaduct that's turned into a bike trail that's 100 feet high, and it's like 1,000 feet long to get across. And I'm thinking, wow, if I'm going to do the Gap Trail, I'm going to have to conquer this fear of heights. So I'm totally getting myself out of my comfort zone by doing this. And I'm just going to tell myself that everything's going to be fine.
Alright guys, so this is the part of the video where I'm about to go over the bridge that goes over the bay out to Assateague Island. And I have to tell you, I was nervous. I can't lie about that. I have a terrible fear of heights that I'm trying to overcome for a couple of different reasons. And as I'm on this little bit of an approach trail, I'm telling jokes about how, how I called Stacy and I told her if I fell in to have the sharks make quick work of me. I tend to do that. I tell a lot of jokes when I get nervous. And so I'm going up the bridge, just, at this point looking out at the water saying, what did I get myself into? And I keep just looking at the water, looking at the trail in front of me saying, there's guardrails, I'm going to be fine. And right about now, I start really gripping the handlebar a little bit tighter. And I'm looking out at the water and I'm saying how much I'd love to go fishing in the summertime and the crabbing must be great. I just keep talking so that I don't have a minute to think about how nervous I am. And this is the first real incline on this bike ride because I just did about 8.5 miles on flat highway and road. So I'm huffing and puffing, and I apologize, you can't really hear that in the voiceover. And the reason for the voiceover is just because I was struggling with the microphone on the GoPro that morning. It was windy and I had a loose connection, so I figured I'd save you guys all the scratchy audio at this point and just do a voiceover. But man, what a beautiful day it was. The water, crystal clear, like you could look over the sides and see down to the bottom, see the sand, see the seaweed, etc. So I'm at this point starting to feel a little bit more comfortable, but as I'm getting higher on the bridge, I'm saying, wow, I'm almost halfway, I can do this. And I'll just let the video do the rest of the talking, and you'll hear my sigh of relief as I get to the top.
All right, halfway point. That was easy. The hell was I so afraid of? definitely an easy trail. I mean, once you get over the bridge, which is not really much of an incline, if this old guy can do it, you can. It's very flat, paved. A couple of crossings back and forth across the road along the way, but it's well marked. Just loving the peace and quiet. You hear the birds chirping. Bunch of egrets sitting over on the bay side. I'm gonna get the camera out of the car in a little bit. Get some pictures. And I think the plan tomorrow is we're gonna ride the boardwalk. It's supposed to be even warmer tomorrow, like 71, 72 degrees. Take a walk on the beach. When I stopped at the visitor center, I took a look at some of the footage on the GoPro, and so far I'm really impressed with it. Bought this camera like 3 or 4 years ago and put it aside because the audio wasn't that great, but I rigged up a microphone to it now. It's still not the greatest in the world, but better than just the camera itself. The main thing with this camera is it has this hyper smooth stabilization, and definitely from what I saw so far, it's just a smoother video, especially when the mount is on the handlebars of the bike. Alright, so we're coming up on the area where you have to pay to get into the national park. So the first part of the island is actually the Assateague Island State Park, and now we're getting into what's GoPro, turn on. GoPro, start recording. Alright, well, I made it past the pony that was on the side of the trail. Waited as long as I could, and then sort of scooted by him as far to the left as I could until the rain dropped me. It was definitely not 40 feet away. Alright, so we've got some migrating birds up ahead. Little boardwalk overlook over here. And this is the entrance gate where you pay to get into the National Seashore. All the fees are listed. What are we paying? Private vehicle, $25. Holy cow. $25. That's crazy. Campground office, visitor contact station information. Oh look, over there, there's a horse just hanging out by the parking lot. He's a big boy. We're cruising along. I do want to come up here and check out some of the campsites along the bayside. As you know, well, maybe some of you don't, I like to camp in a hammock. It's a lot more comfortable than sleeping on the ground. So, on the bayside, I guess just by the nature of things, there's more trees over here on the right side of me, which is bayside. So I wanted to take a ride into some of the campgrounds and see what some of the better sites are. The lifeguard stands back off the beach. Alright, camp store, canoe and bicycle rentals, bayside camping and recreation. Bayside Drive. Alright, we're gonna check out the campground. This is cool. Very bike friendly, the island here. Morning. Man, look at this. Nice back here. A lot of pine. A lot of pine. Some, I don't know, scrub oak. I just want to check out one or two of the camping loops here and see if there's anything you can actually hang a hammock on. Bayside Campground Loop A. If I remember correctly, there are 3 loops here, A, B, and C. Campers only. Alright, campers meaning like campers trailers, okay. And I think the more primitive sites are farther down. Let's go down 1 or 2. Oh, it would be nice to come down here, just hang a hammock somewhere. Be able to. Okay, here we go. Life of the Marsh Trail. This is one of the hiking trails over here on the left. And it's probably a great time before the summer, before the mosquitoes and horseflies come out. Really nice back here. Morning, sir. All right, here we go. Bayside Campground, Loop B and C. Campers only. Well, I'm a future camper, so I'm going in. I think those signs are just to keep the road traffic from making U-turns and being nosy. Let's see what we have back here. This is really nice. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to check this out in the summertime or in the fall even. If I'm not mistaken, they have camping year round. Oh, there's a spot. Some trees back there. I could probably fit a hammock in there. B37. Nope, no trees. Oh, maybe back in the woods. Might work. Oh, there's the spot right there. One way. Just went the wrong way on a one way. That's gonna be my spot though. Look at all those trees. That is a hammock camper's delight. B32. B32. Gotta remember that one. Oh, that's perfect. Huh. Getting a crazy idea. I wonder if this is available tonight. I do have my hammock with me. I wonder if Stacy would mind. She could stay at the hotel with Riley, our puppy dog. Remember that. B32. Glad I'm recording.
Yes, oh, come on, shorty, let's go. Girl, I see you over there in the corner of the dance floor, and I know you're acting shy, looking at the corner of your eyes. So I pick my heart up off the floor, move my feet closer to yours, catch my breath and I say, I'm the one you're looking for. So come on, dance a little dance. Take my hand, darling, take a chance. You be my queen, I'll be your king. Show you everything that you've been missing, shorty. So come on, dance a little dance. Got me in a trance in just one glance. So don't wait no more, I'm me, I'm more. I'm the one you're looking for, shorty. Oh, girl, I see you over there hesitating, deliberating. You keep me waiting on a sign, looking at the corner of your eyes. So I pick my feet up off the floor, move my hips closer to yours, catch my breath and I say, I'm the one you're looking for. So come on, dance a little dance. Take my hand, darling, take a chance. You be my queen, I'll be your king. Show you everything that you've been missing, shorty. So come on, dance a little dance. Got me in a trance in just one glance. So don't wait no more, I'm me, I'm more. I'm the one you're looking for, shorty. I'll be the one you're looking for, shorty. So come on the dance floor and baby show me all your moves, all your grooves. Shorty, I got something to prove to you. So come on, take a little chance. Got me in a trance in just one glance. So don't wait no more, I'm me, I'm more. I'm the one you're looking for, shorty. So come on, dance a little dance, dance a little dance. Come on, dance a little dance. So come on, dance a little dance. Take my hand, darling, take a chance. You be my queen, I'll be your king. Show you everything that you've been missing, shorty. So come on, dance a little dance. Got me in a trance in just one glance. So don't wait no more, I'm me, I'm more. I'm the one you're looking for, shorty.